Hello guys and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about my wishes and hopes for the Minecraft update 1.17. During last Minecon live, it was decided that the mountains will get an update and it was voted on that one. And I'm really looking forward to the mountains update. It's so nice standing on the mountains, right? You can see everything, like the whole area around you. So if you're ever lost, you can use the mountains to find your path back, right? And what they discussed there at the Minecon was that they are going to also change how the mountains are generating and they will become snowier. I'm actually wondering what that means, snowier. So will we see like a lot of more snow? And it's also a bit empty in my opinion. Like we do have like some animals here like sheep, right? And some pigs. But overall sometimes the mountains at certain areas like here, they do feel empty. So I hope that in the next update they're gonna add also more trees and more life there. Maybe some type of flowers or something that only grows on the mountains. And the mountain biome is such a huge biome. If you look at this whole area, there is so much to discover. And I can already imagine like building whole kingdoms and cities on the mountains. Like it's definitely a huge one. And it has like many sub biomes, like here wooded mountains for example. There's also like the snowy mountains and even more. So it's not just mountains, but mountains have like 5 or 6 variations. You also have like the gravel mountains for example. And what I really love about the mountains is how uneven they are. I know this is challenging for building, but you can create such amazing builds and bases on the mountains. So I'm somehow also glad that they picked the mountains for the update. And what you also can find on the mountains are llamas, and llamas are beautiful creatures. So when I compare this to other biomes, I feel like already the mountains do have more animals than other ones, but yeah. I can't wait for the goat. They said they will add the goat as well for the mountain update, and I'm wondering if it's possible to make goat farms, because I've heard they can jump pretty high. So maybe we would need to get all the way up there to the highest peaks of the mountains and find goats and bring them somehow down and start a farm. I'm actually wondering what goats will drop, if they have anything super useful. Maybe they have like goat milk or something, and this milk is a bit different from the cow one. Maybe has like another effect. What they also decided in the past to update, or let's say voted, was the desert. But currently there are only cactuses in the desert and there isn't much in the desert. And in 2018 they wanted to update the desert maybe, but it lost and the tiger won. And I really hope they do the update, because imagine there were like palm trees here. That would be so nice. Like, one thing that is good about the desert is we do have villages in the desert, right? Like unlike the mountains. I wish mountains would have villages. That would be so cool. And having villages really adds to the game, because first of all, you can make like whole cities and have not empty buildings. You can actually breed villagers. So let's say you build like a lot of really high or amazing structures and you want some population. Like sure, you can have like a population in multiplayer if you have like a bigger server and you have like 10-20 players at a time and everyone can occupy the buildings that you build. But having villagers just adds so much to the game, and I would love to see more villages in other biomes like the mountains for example. Same with the swamp. Currently we have only the swamp skins of the villagers, but we don't have like unique ones, and that's a big issue. Like if there were like spawned villages in the swamp for example. Oh, in the savannah they also wanted to update. They wanted to add termites and ostrich, and I'm actually wondering how ostrich is like and if you can breed them. And wow, I hope they update in 1.17 the savannah and the desert as well. But yeah, I'm actually wondering what their future plans are and what exactly they're gonna do to the mountains, because all I know is there will be more snow, the generation will be different, there will be goats. But will they actually also add like villages? Like that would be so interesting to know if they will add villages, because I feel like in my opinion villages would so add to the mountains as well. And you can make like a big base in the mountains and you don't have to worry about creating a nether hub. You could just bring villagers here and breed them, and yeah, you can also level them up and get some really cool trades, even diamond tradings, because if you level up some of those villagers, they will sell you diamond gear and also bows and arrows. And by the way, there's something crazy. If you like spawn villagers in the mountains or you breed them, they're actually getting the tiger skin. So there's currently no unique skin for villagers in the mountains. So if they add like a cool skin with maybe like feathers or some wool, or maybe from the goat, the skin, the fur, like that would be so cool. To have unique mountain villagers with their own unique skin. That would so add to it as well. And talking about trees and vegetation, imagine there was like a type of wood that is only common in the mountains. One that's maybe between oak and spruce in color, like not as dark as spruce and not as bright as oak, but like something in the middle, right? And what could this tree be? Maybe it could be a pine tree, just call it pine. And then you get pine planks, and pine planks are between oak and spruce. Wow, that would be so cool for buildings, because sometimes I feel like oak is too bright and spruce too dark. So if we had like a wood that's in the middle, like in between, wow, that would be so nice. Like I can really so imagine that. And another thing that I hope will come in this update 1.17 is that they finish all working stations. Because currently, for example, the smithing table, yeah, you can update this. This was updated in 1.16 where you can update to netherite gear, right? And I'm actually happy they added this. The stone cutter was also updated at some point, you can use that. And now all crafting stations or working stations have a function, even the composter. But the Fletcher table has no use yet. You can't do anything with the Fletcher table. And I hope they will add a function in 1.17 to it. Like maybe you can enchant arrows or add something to it. Even the direction has a function. You can read a book or others to read this. Same with the cartographer table, you can extend maps and stuff. But yeah, if you could, for example, now make your arrows different or tip them here or enchant them or something. Maybe like arrows that make fire damage, and if you have like something you can make this there. That would be nice to see such thing. Talking about vegetation, like imagine there were also unique plants, like maybe some unique bushes or okay, the pine trees, or perhaps like unique flowers, because currently there's just dandelions and poppies, and I have no problem with dandelions, they look nice. Like I love yellow flowers, I also love red flowers, poppies, but if there was like a unique type of flower in the mountains, that would be so nice, and not just spruce trees, but actually like maybe pine trees. I actually feel like to do this isn't like much work, because you could use like older ones and just change the color and the texture a bit. Like maybe an orange poppy even. What also could come in 1.17 is a caves update. I'm not sure if they can do this and pull this all off, because that would be such a huge update and it would take eternity for them to actually release 1.17. Because if they do like a mountains and a caves update, this will be one of the biggest updates that we have ever received in Minecraft. And how I can see caves changed is by adding also unique mobs that only appear in the caves. Currently we have skeletons, zombies and stuff. But what if there was a different type of skeleton, for example, that only spawns on layer 30 and below, or maybe layer 20? That would be so nice. Or some new stones or ores that can only be found on certain layers. Similar to diamonds, but for other uses. Maybe some type of black stone, but with a different texture, or like a yellow stone or something. Or maybe some sort of minerals that you can use for potions and they can just be found in caves. Or special mushrooms that only grow there. Or what is if this was like biome dependent? For example, if you're in caves in the swamp, you get like glowing fungi and stuff. And if you're like, I don't know, maybe in the desert, you find some unique type of sandstone, or maybe a unique mushroom that is like brown and a bit huge or something. Like that would be interesting. Or maybe like have own biomes in the caves. Like unique biomes that appear on layer 20 or 30 that have own names. That would also be nice. Or some underground ruined cities. Sort of like mine shafts, but like whole city ruins with maybe zombies. Like an underground zombie village. But let's see, I don't think they will release a cave update. But yeah, anyway, like, I'm really looking forward to the new update, and I hope they're gonna make the mountains really interesting. I'm not saying the mountains are boring, but adding to it would just be so nice, right? Like, I really can't wait for an update, and I also hope they will like add a function to the Fletcher table, because currently the Fletcher table has no function. Anyway, guys, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like this video, and I wish everyone a wonderful day. Until next time.